This video is about cruise news. Today's top stories include a British cruise ship guest gets assaulted and a cruise ship entertainer gets arrested. MSC Cruises makes history, and YouTubers cruise with Ben and David, who were told to stop filming aboard the MSC World Europa. Well, I have an update from those guys and my 2 cents about that situation. Let's get into it. This is your source for cruise and travel information. My name is Joe, and I'm going to be your host. Our top story is that a 27-year-old cruise ship entertainer has been accused of sexually assaulting a 33-year-old cruise ship passenger aboard the MSC Fantasia. The accused man has been arrested and also released on bail. Authorities are investigating the situation with MSC's full cooperation. The arrest took place when the ship was docked in Palma, Mallorca. You know, I like to think that bad things like this aren't going to happen when I take a cruise, but that's just not the case. I like to think that cruise ships are like a little utopia where nothing bad ever happens, but bad things do happen on cruise ships. Bad things happen everywhere. So, a situation like this, I don't really know what to say other than I'm really sad for everybody involved. It's just a bad situation for everybody. I guess the one thing we can take away from it is to just always be careful, always be aware, and try our hardest to stay out of situations that are just going to turn south. Thank goodness our next story is one of hope and a return to normalcy. But before we get to that, I'd just like to quickly invite you to subscribe to our channel. We're making great videos about cruising, travel, and life. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. MSC Cruises made its first post-pandemic return to mainland China today aboard the MSC Bellisima in Shanghai. MSC is the first international cruise line to recommence voyages from that area post-pandemic. To commemorate this significant milestone, the cruise liner extended invitations to government dignitaries, travel agents, media representatives, and partners to take part in its inaugural sailing of its Asian flagship. Thank goodness, right? It's time to get back to normal. Stories like this make me think about putting on those masks, lockdowns, all of the uncertainty, like news stories saying one thing and then the next day saying something completely different. The pandemic time was such a dark time. I am so glad that we are so many years past that. And still, every month, it seems like we see another story where we're still taking steps to get back to post-pandemic times. I think it's time to get back. Let's get back to normal. Let's get back to living. Let's get back to cruising. Our next story involves cruisers Ben and David from their channel, Cruise with Ben and David. Recently, they were documenting their experience while staying in a suite aboard the MSC World Europa. Then suddenly, a staff member came up to them and told them that they were no longer allowed to record. Since the incident, it has come out that a fellow passenger also staying in a suite aboard the World Europa told staff that they were not comfortable after seeing the cameras of potentially being filmed and potentially being in YouTube videos. The latest update in this soap opera situation from the cruise news community comes directly from Ben and David. They are definitely sponsored by Babbel, and you can get up to 60% off if... Wait, that's not the part I wanted to read. Update: we have just had a meeting with MSC Cruises. We are pleased MSC Cruises are taking this very seriously and have apologized profusely and expressed their disappointment with what had happened to us on the MSC World Europa. They are going to be taking proactive measures to prevent such incidents in the future, including the implementation of a fleet-wide training program to equip crew members with better skills to handle similar situations. In addition to these measures, MSC Cruises will be providing us with a full refund. You know, this is an interesting situation, and right off the bat, I want to put out there that MSC Cruises has every right to tell anybody they want not to film. It seems kind of suspect when they just tell 2 people that they can't film, and everybody else it's okay to take pictures and film. That's not really great business, but they do have a right to do it. They just have to choose whether or not they want to. That being said, I think that the staff on the World Europa handled this really badly. The staff could have just told the complaintee, hey, we don't have a policy in place that actually prohibits filming, so I would recommend to you, if you see someone with a camera, just kind of go the other way, go around them, or just try to avoid the cameras, and it's unlikely that you're going to be in the shots. And they also could have told the complaintee, hey, we're just going to go chat with Ben and David. Just ask them politely if they will keep you off of their film and they won't put you in any of their videos. And I'm guessing that Ben and David would have been A-okay with that. If they would have handled it like that, I think it's really unlikely that the passenger that didn't want to be filmed would have been filmed, and it would have avoided the shitstorm that MSC is going through right now with all the negative press because of the way that this went down. So hey, kudos to Ben and David for making lemonade out of lemons. They took this story and created a big controversy in the cruise community, which got them a lot of support. And hopefully, in the end, it's going to create some good policies for content creators that keep the passengers and the content creators happy, and we can keep bringing you good videos. That is today's top stories from around the cruise industry on March 20th, the year of our Lord 2024. Always remember, no matter what cruise line or location you choose to take your next cruise, adventure awaits.